You don't need $1 million to have a luxurious life. How's it going, my friends? I want to talk about a topic that so many of you are going through right now. Entrepreneurs, future entrepreneurs, wannabe entrepreneurs, it's all good. And this whole emphasis on, hey, let's make $1 million overnight. Let's make millions and millions so we can finally relax and have a good life. And I want to tell you that that's fucking false. Okay? Here's why. Having money, we all need it. Not going to go over that. But I think so many people are trying to make millions and millions of dollars quickly, especially in the online space. You guys know I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur as well. And I talk a lot about how I made my first 6 figures and 7 figures, and I help a lot of online coaches make 6-7 figures online. But this video is more just about money and what that really matters, your happiness levels, what the trade-off is, and how you should really design your life. So I'm going to give it to you here like I never have, all right? And I want you to pay attention because this is really, really deep, important stuff that not many people talk about. The amount of money you currently need, this is for you if you're living in the US, if you're living outside the US, that's fine too, you can apply it. But the amount of money you really need to live a comfortable life, okay? Not have to worry about bills. Almost in even the big cities, 10K to 20K a month, okay? Now, if you just live in a crazy expensive city, you can add a little bit more to that. 10K, 20K a month, don't have to worry about bills. And don't have to work a 9 to 5, right? I'm talking mostly to the entrepreneurs here, those of you who have an online business or want to have an online business, okay? Or even if you have a 9 to 5 right now, and you want to kind of up level and have a 9 to 5 that makes you 10 to 20K a month, okay? That will create the biggest change in your life. When I started making that much money, it was fucking life-changing, right? It was just life-changing because I didn't have to worry about bills. I could buy the things I wanted. I could retire my parents. I was able to buy houses and cars and so many things. So such a huge change in my lifestyle from where I previously was. And no one talks about this. It's not just the money, but it was the fucking time freedom. I could wake up whenever the fuck I wanted. I could go to sleep when I wanted. I could do what I wanted. I created my own schedule. I had no boss breathing down my neck. Location freedom. I could work from anywhere. I could decide to go to any coffee shop. I could, when I'm traveling, if I want to just be like, hey, there's many times I've done this. I've traveled privately, not told many people, obviously. But I've shared some of it. I think some of the trips I shared here were Mexico, right? It would just be on a whim. I'd be like, you know what? Let's fucking go to Cancun for a week, I would just have fun there, party, and do some work at the same time. You can't do that with the 9 to 5. You have to ask for permission. You have to schedule a vacation. You can't do those things. And so there's so many benefits to hitting that 10, 20K a month with an online business, right? And so that's going to be, I think, should be your biggest goal, is to just get to that point, okay? If you're in a survival mode right now, or you want to be thriving, essentially, right? And you want to do that with a business that's going to help you get there as fast as possible. So you want to find a service. I think coaching is the best one. So yes, I am kind of pitching my services here. But even if you didn't want to do a coaching business or a knowledge-based business, any kind of online business where you are providing value to people, you're solving a problem for someone that is willing to pay you. You always want to find thirsty people who have lots of money, and you want to give them water, right? I don't know what that was right there, right? But that's it, right? When you can do that, you sell more and more of that, okay? You have a process you follow, you rinse and repeat, and that's it. Now, doesn't mean that there won't be problems once in a while, but realistically speaking, I've been in full-time business for the last 6 years, over 6 years. I just feel like it's the easiest way to make money. Honestly, it still is. It still is. Doesn't mean it doesn't have its challenges. Doesn't mean that there aren't ups and downs, because there are, right? Being very honest with you, but I feel like they're negligible. I feel like with the amount of freedom I have and the ease I have, I genuinely think I have the best life compared to anyone else I know, right? Especially when it comes to money and business and freedom and all that stuff, right? So it kind of boggles my mind that more people aren't doing this, but I think what really, really gets people scared and overwhelmed is when you enter this space and you're like, okay, but I need to make $1 million. I need to make millions of dollars, and I want to do it as quickly as possible. So let me do this digital marketing. Let me offer this service. And you again fall into a digital online business sort of rat race, which is crazy, right? Because it's self-inflicted. And I think instead of doing that, focus on 10, 20K a month, make as much fucking money as you possibly can, as quickly as you can, meaning make that consistent. Then, with all the free time you're going to start to have, work on the things that you're really passionate about, that you really want to do, right? It could be anything. Maybe you want to be a dancer. Maybe you want to be an actor. Maybe you want to paint. Maybe you want to be a video game expert, create YouTube videos on video games, right? But with all those things, maybe you're afraid that you won't be able to really monetize that right now. Maybe you're afraid that, who's really going to pay you for those things right now. So you work on building that personal brand or doing those things for fun. And then the compound effect of you being consistent in that, just because it's fun, will eventually pay off. You'll eventually be able to monetize it in some way. I promise you, right? And so I think when you get to that 10, 20K a month, that really will help you handle bills. You don't have to worry about money. There's a lot you can do with that, right? You can, I've done this, take people on vacation, pay for them, all expenses paid for, food, drinks, travel, hotel, airplane, like everything, right? You can, I take a lot of people out to dinners. I love paying for dinners. You just have a very comfortable life, right? You can buy the things you want to buy. You can buy, nice clothes, whatever you're into, right? And it's just like this. I mean, you're still in like the top 1, even less than that, top 1% of, in terms of wealth, like lifestyle, what people are living, right? And don't forget freedom, right? It's not just money. Like me being able to work a few hours a week when I want to, that makes me feel like a fucking billionaire right now, right? And so there's just, it's such a great place to be. But once you're there, if that's not really the thing that you want to grow, if you're a super passionate guy like me, you have lots of different talents and passions and things you want to do, and you want to every few years kind of like change the way you express yourself. You want to express yourself creatively. We all have that. Then you want to build your personal brand separately, and you want to have that be the big thing. That should be the big thing that you want to compound and have that grow to millions of dollars one day, right? And the reason why I say that is because if you can separate the two in the beginning, for most of us, it's going to be very healthy, because when you attach money to just the thing you want to grow passionately, it puts a lot of pressure on that, and it takes the fun out of it in many cases. When you can separate it, you can make money still doing something you love and enjoy. Like I love coaching, I enjoy coaching, but sometimes it may, like any business, right, it's going to have its ups and downs. There's going to be parts of it that I don't want to do, right? There's going to be parts of marketing and selling maybe that I don't always want to do, but I have to do to grow the business. That part's fine, because it's like, hey, I still get to do what I like. I still have freedom. I still get to teach, which I love. I get to create content, which I love. And I get to make a fuck ton of money, right? But maybe there's other things I love even more that I want to do without having to worry about making money from it as well. When you can have the separation of that, I'm telling you, that's where you're going to have the best life, because now you don't have to worry about fucking paying your bills every month. And you have, because of that, you have the time, the mental space, right? The freedom, the calmness to create your personal brand as well, and then really have that compound, right? And I'm talking big numbers here, guys. I mean, if you really want to be really fucking rich, you want to be loaded, you want to go for that 10 million and beyond, or 100 million, whatever that number is for you, be making 100K a month, 200K a month, 300K a month, 500K a month one day, whatever that is for you, that's possible for you. Did you know that? That's possible for you, and it's going to happen for you, right? But I want you to get there from a place of joy. I want you to get there because you want to contribute, you want to express yourself in a way, and not have to attach it to just paying your bills. Two very different things, And so, a lot of celebrities, Taylor Swift and Beyonce come to my mind, right? Incredible goddesses, forces of nature, right? What they've created business-wise is just fascinating. And that's why they have the wealth they have, right? Very hard to compete with that. But, fortunately for them, both of them had parents or caretakers who could financially provide for them while they were building their personal brand. If you don't have that, that's not something I had, right? You need to first build an online business where you can support yourself and your loved ones, and then build your personal brand. Be your own daddy, and then you can carry out all the passions that the little boy in you has. Okay? I hope that made sense. Anyway, I hope that this video helped you, gave you some clarity. If it did, go ahead and comment below. Love to hear from you. And I'll see you in the next live video or post. Lots of love. Bye.